the live event for your audience.
We are sitting outside in Texas and there's only...
What's up? What's going on?
Okay, it just showed on my pop-up, it said, watch now, Tony Schumacher live
Right.
podcast.
Oh, hey, we're on air.
Uh-oh.
Not yet.
It says on air on live stream.
Look at my phone. It's still showing video unavailable.
Let me see.
Give it a second.
Log out and log back in.
No. I don't think this is that kind of thing.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
I do that all the time. Throw it. Throwing it always works.
Have you tried unplugging and plugging it back in?
All right, hold on. Hey, is this it?
Not yet.
It says there's one person watching.
I think it's us.
It's Dwight.
It's Dwight.
Hey, wait. Go to our channel. Go to our channel.
I'm on it.
See, we can see us now.
I think we started a new podcast, a different one.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, we can see it right now.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, go to the channel, dude. Do you know how to click on the channel?
Hold on.
How come when I move?
Hey.
Hi.
Hold on, I'm gonna...
Oh, we're delayed.
We're delayed. So here's the thing about podcasts. You can't watch yourself and the TV because you hear yourself after. So I need to hang up Dwight's.
All right.
Are we live?
Is this thing on? Tick, tick, tick.
And the TV, because
Hey,
you can hear yourself after, so I need to hang up Dwight's.
there's 3 watching, it says.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I think we're live.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're live.
You should post that.
Yeah,
Maybe I should post
maybe
it.
post the new one.
Me?
There's 5
Is it
watching
a
now, it
different?
says.
Okay, so this is our first time.
Hey, Dwight says we are live.
We are live.
What's up, Dwight? How are you?
Okay, so here's a few things for people who want to do this in the future.
Goodness, preparation.
Turning it on and off 3 or 4 times, it doesn't fix it.
Unplugging it, plug it back in. Nah.
It doesn't fix it. Throwing it, Anthony might get mad that we ruined his computer, but it doesn't fix it either. Apparently,
Joliet. Someone's from Illinois. Look at
it's
that.
good. Well, this will be fun.
Illinois.
So here's what our purpose is. We were thinking about this for weeks and weeks. Of course, walked into Best Buy and they sold us this beautiful microphone and said, "This is what you need to do this." I want to just chat. I want to talk. You know, I want to. I'm up in the booth all the time now doing stuff with Fox, and more than sometimes I can't say what I'm thinking. You know, I mean, they'll bleep it, or you know, I'm sitting next to 2 guys.
Are you?
I don't want to, you know, I mean, so I just thought, let's talk about racing and life. And, you know, for, I don't know, 20 years almost, I did 200 speeches a year and chatted with kids and talked to people
Dwight
about.
says post the new link, Anthony.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. It's not buffering anymore. Okay. Quick question. Could y'all go on the old link and then post?
Yeah, Dwight says need to post new link.
What is the new link?
Dwight said it's frozen.
Let's see.
I don't know what the old link was.
49 frames per second.
This is progress. Tomorrow
That will be so much better.
will be so much better. That's why we're going to do it twice. What we thought is,
Oh my God! Look at that. Whoa.
Woo.
you see, you can't watch yourself.
Yeah, it's whack.
That's weird.
And by the
Dwight
way,
says it keeps freezing. We probably have to do it inside.
Bring it
Wow,
inside,
that's
dude.
better.
bring
Alright,
that
ready?
inside.
We're gonna do. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. We're gonna take everything inside at once.
I don't know if we can do that.
We totally can.
But he says he can hear us clear.
Oh, cool.
All right, so if you guys can hear us clear, we're going to do a move for a couple of reasons. A, it's Texas. 2, it ain't working right out here. C, 1, 2, 3. C, it's just going to be better. So Anthony's big idea was the echo, because he's a production guy, the echo inside would be disturbing.
Let's set it, let's set it up in the
All the lights on. We're going to sit on this couch.
No, not the couch.
Where are we going?
The dining room.
The dining room. We're going to go to the dining room.
Is it still live?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
I just do as I'm told.
Better Wi-Fi here, I hope.
Not better lighting.
Well, it's Let's make that better.
No, can you see me?
Can you see us?
Y'all there, Dwight? Whew.
That's the old thing.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. This isn't Coca-Cola.
Who gives a crap?
I don't have my phone.
Coke, I assume.
Keep going. Anthony, sit down.
Hey, could you grab mine too?
Figure that out.
Thank you. Figure what out? What's going on? Yeah, it's buffering a lot. Look at that.
Oh God, why is it focused on me?
You're the only one in frame. Yeah, tell me when it's better.
Put it on him. Yeah, I think that's better. Nobody wants to talk to me.
Oh, okay. Let's do multi-directional. Sorry.
We need a fan blowing our hair back.
Oh yeah, this is not a very high-tech production so far.
Like a filter screen.
All right, Summer, we're live, so.
Oh God.
Dwight, just give me a ring.
I haven't said anything bad.
All right, look at this.
I was good.
People.
Jeez.
Hey, guys. Trying to figure this out. This is new to me. Anthony wanted to do this for his, future school stuff, and we want to talk about racing. We want to talk about the crowd, the people. I'm going to start figuring out where the questions come up. But, over the last couple of races that I'm doing on TV, I always find that I want to say something, whether it's about a driver, a team, and, the way they're doing something, and I'm hushed. So I can answer your questions. We can talk about, 19 years. I know the number one question that's going to pop up is when you get to announce a sponsor. How about we just talk about how you go about getting one? Because these things are difficult. We've been live this
We
whole
feel like
time.
we're on here.
But that thing's crooked.
Yeah, how many people are watching still?
I don't know, probably one.
Yeah.
I know Dwight.
It's probably white.
Yeah. There's 5.
Sweet. Well, we'll start with 5 and we'll go up. So, not exactly sure how this all works out. Internet and good internet is incredibly important apparently because it's outside, it just doesn't work. But the echo, hopefully everything's good. We're going to get through this. The reason we wanted to do today and tomorrow, even though the vote was kind of split on what day we want to start doing this, really is that we're not sure how to do it. My son Mikey plays video games all day, which you probably have a kid or two like that, and he's constantly watching this, and there's always someone with advice teaching him how to do things better, how to get things done. And I've been racing for 25 years, and I just thought I'll come on here, and for kids that are learning to race, for dads and moms that are teaching their kids how to do it, all kinds of questions, staging cars, how to do it, tracks, the right way to do things, the wrong way to do things, teamwork, how to find sponsors, how to go about it. If I could be of any help. Yeah,
Well,
Dwayne,
hi.
We knew you'd be there.
Sorry, Dwayne, I got roped into this.
And I knew your first question would be to her. Thanks, though. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not.
Luckily, Anthony's like, don't worry, you don't have to be pretty. And I said, oh, thank God, I didn't think I could pull that one off.
But it's cool. Like we'll start doing this. We'll do it slowly. He's got to take a vacation this week. He's going up to Wisconsin. But when he gets back, we'll just do a weekly, a couple days a week, and just answer questions and chat and talk about, things, things that are on your mind. I know a lot of fans and friends, all my people want to know what's going on. When are you going to get a sponsor?
Hello,
This
Chris
is not
and Cammy.
easy.
Ah, Chris and Cammy are watching.
Hey, guys.
Ah, it's my bestie.
Wait, is there anyone still on the other
Like our
one?
mirror?
Does that still exist?
Appointment.
Does that still exist?
Can you refresh? We're still on.
Wait, post on your Facebook that it's a different link now. Because
Seriously.
I don't know. Sorry, man.
Seriously, that one's yours.
I feel bad
You
for
post
the people
on it.
that
I'm
joined
busy.
and then were confused.
Okay, here.
How do we know the new link?
What's up?
Here, post it.
I don't know.
Anyway, throw questions at me.
Group effort.
We'll start out by saying this has been a crazy season. When I watch Torrance is out there dominating, there's no one stopping him, and there's not enough cars out there. And we got to get more cars out there. Us being one of them. Salinas shows up at some of the guys feel because there's only so many cars running full seasons that they just don't need to do it. And we got to get the sport back to what it was, man. You know, these kids growing up, they want to drive juniors. You know, that's what they want to get to. They want to get the top fuel, funny car, and pro stock and bike and all that. And we got to be the example. So, you know, we got to be out there doing what we do. We got to do it right. We got to make sure that it's fun.
Am I gonna have to post this link manually?
I think you are because
HTTP.
God.
I was just told by Dwight you need to post a new link.
Okay.
Oh God, you gotta type it out?
Yeah, I think so.
Because you couldn't send it to yourself on that.
See, look, it's way smoother now.
It's smoother, a little delayed, but all in all, you know, this is going to start small. You know, whether we got 5 people or 5,000, it makes no difference. It's going to grow. I think we'll make it fun. Just, if anything I can do is give honest answers about the proper way to function as a team and to, you know, to do things right. Let me be some sort of a guide. I think it'd be surprising how many teams, starting with us, you know, Antron and Leah and, you know, all the people we've had along the way, we've worked together. We've figured out, you know, better ways to drive and better ways to do things. So if you have kids growing up and they want to do this, you got to start out at the beginning. What's the racetrack like? How do you stage a car? How do you drive it? What do you do safely? How do you form a
You
team?
watching the comments, Dad?
Dwight said you got it.
No, I don't even know
I
where to
got
look
what?
at comments.
What's going on?
Oh my God, I can't even see the comments.
Yeah, look at the comments.
I have to put my glasses on.
You're
It's
talking to the people. Bob.
hell to get
I
old.
was just having a chat first, man. I'll get to the comments.
Well, the chat requires two-way conversation.
Said froze, works for me. Okay, you're visible and it's not freezing
This was a
anymore.
while ago.
All right, well, give me to the comments so that I can. Hi, Tony. Thought.
Okay, we'll say hi back. So
Oh,
you
I-
make sure you get that comment, and I'll go back to what you were saying.
Hi, back. Honestly, these things are cool. You know, he's watching them all the time, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's, "I'm watching a podcast." I'm like, "Why?"
He's
Well,
like, eat
because-
breakfast.
Yeah, I want you to have breakfast. It's already noon. You know, stuff like that. Things you tell your 17-year-old
Your
kid.
plate's been
Don't
ready
you
for
want to go
4
to
hours.
college? You know, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Actually, this is cool because, you know, he's hoping to be a Texas A&M student, and I'm hoping he is because it's not far. And part of the thing is, you know, you put down all your for kids, you put down your accomplishments, things you've done in school, you know, and he wanted to do this as one of them. It's formulate this because this is the future.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm gonna read this out loud, or I'm not gonna. Hold on.
I'm gonna
Okay.
pause.
I wrote the entire link manually so other people can join in. Wait, tell me if it's wrong. Just look at it. HTTPS : www.youtube.com/watch ? PH
PH, you put a PX.
It's PH.
Okay, thank you. It goes lowercase PH, capital PX.
Got that. B3
V3,
P.
capital P, lowercase I, capital A, capital P, lowercase W.
Yep.
So for the people who do this, why? What's wrong with 1258? Simple, quick, and fast. I
there's
get
so
it. I
many
know. Man, I'm
Not very
just,
technologically savvy.
it should connect it with my name. My name's only had one, and if you only had one, put it as number one.
Okay, I put. Sorry about that rough start. There's a new link up for the podcast now. Let's click on it and see if we're there.
I'm hoping that tomorrow's goes a little smoother.
Probably will, because
but-
now I know how to put it on. Hey.
Oh Lord.
All right, throw the questions at me.
Here we go.
Tell me about your kids. Tell me about their issues. Tell me about race cars. You want to know if I have a sponsor, and we're working on several of them. I mean, the process of the sponsorship is beautiful. For everyone that thinks...
Wait, is that true? Sorry, I'm sorry.
What?
Is NHRA thinking about going back to a fourth mile?
Quarter mile? All right. Let me explain. That's a great question. People have been asking that for a long time, and it's been it's been a conversation piece for a long time. I was there when Coletta got killed. I won the race, and actually gave the trophy to Kanye. And the jacket, it was a devastating day. It was brutal, but those tracks can't get longer, right? Tracks were built when cars were going 200 miles per hour, 250, 260. You know, Pomona, an NHRA-owned track, is one of the shortest. I've been through the sand. I've hit the nets there. You can't lengthen it. So to go back to a quarter mile, we're going so fast. and we're at 330 miles per hour. We're almost 2 football fields per second. And because of that, NHRA's insurance company has said, whoa, we're not going to be out there risking, because insurance companies based off
So
of.
wait, I've got a question
Yeah.
to follow up on what he said. Why do you think that rumor got started? Are people like?
No, they posted it the other day, and there's always talk about it. There's these fans on one side that go, we want quarter mile, and we get that. Heck, I love being in a race car. I wish it was a mile, but you got to have places to stop, and the speeds we're going at. And let me tell you 2 things that I do know. And I'm not on either side. We go back to quarter mile, I'll drive a car quarter mile. I don't care. Half the drivers now still drive quarter mile. I have no idea where the finish line is. Yes, I said that. Yes, that's fact. Go back to today's race and watch it.
Hey. We're
I'm not going to
avoid
tell.
spoilers for today's race because we figure a lot of you probably haven't seen it.
The one thing I said coming into this was we will not talk about today's race. I have everything I see is spoiler alert. Why'd you do that? Haven't seen the race yet. So you know what? We'll wait a few days
we
and we'll
got in
talk
so
about
much
it.
trouble before.
Yeah, you post something and it's like, oh, I'm not meaning to disrespect your camcorder, your
scolded.
recording. I don't know, but like I watched it live because I just got the app and I watched it. So I'm not going to say that, but the quarter mile, the finish line at 2 football fields a second becomes
I'm gonna post this.
incredibly short when you're trying to stop. And if you get the chutes out at the quarter mile, it's difficult to stop. But a lot of drivers don't, and they're 300 foot past, whether it's 1,000 feet or the quarter mile, and they don't get the chutes out. At 860 feet, I deploy the chutes. 860 feet at the rate we're going, the chutes come out just over 1,000 feet. Everyone doesn't do that. I like to stop. I've been upside down. I've been on fire. I've been broken in half. I prefer to stop at the finish line. Race is over. It's decided someone's getting paid, and you don't got to go any further than that. In the old days, when the track was a quarter mile, we always raced to 1,000 feet. At 1,000 feet, most of the rods, everything was blown up and hurt. We're seeing the same racing because we're just not on fire. We're seeing the same racing, and I think, honestly, I think the racing is closer. I watched today's race, and several of the races were just that much. And when it was quarter mile, they were never that close because one car was always blown up. Funny car was always on fire, and funny car bodies now are so expensive. We can't. As a team owner, my father, he can't
Dude, you
keep
need to slide
risking
up.
people.
You have way too many tabs open on your phone.
I'm doing a thing, and my son's looking at my phone. All right. Anyway, so quarter mile is a great concept.
You got more comments.
I'm
than
sorry.
just
I
two.
just talk, man.
Yeah, I
I've done
can tell.
speeches for a long, long time. My
Hi,
questions have
Tony.
been a long
I
time.
thought.
I can't
Hello
see
from
it.
North Dakota. Hello from Austin. Where are we? Lakeway. The rumors will.
Well, don't whisper it. If you're going to read it to everybody.
That you will be back in Indy. Any truth?
Well, I'm going to be in Indy no matter what. And I think I saw the article that my father posted that, hopefully we got a lot of things working. Back to the question of sponsorship, we're not, other than Indy, I'll start there. If someone comes up and goes, go race Indy, we can't have you not there, I'm going to take it. We're going to go do it. But other than that, I'm not looking for a 1 or 2 race deal. And I appreciate, I really do, the fans and the friends and all my people that are like, man, we need you back. I get that. But remember, I've been on the road for 25 years, 19 years with the Army. In the Army, I've done more things over those 19 years, really, than most drivers have to do. I was gone. And we started Friday morning at 8 o'clock. Other drivers were, at the gym working out and doing their thing, getting ready to race.
You really started Thursday with your speeches.
We went, Thursday we'd come in. We'd come in on Wednesday to do a high school on Thursday. It was constant, so I haven't seen these kids grow up. I came home one day, this kid's shaving. It's one of those things. And it's funny, but it's true. I miss a lot of stuff. So when the right deal is there, and it will be, we are in negotiations with good companies. It just has to be a company that wants to go racing and wants to win, and the effort we put in, they need to put it in because it's part of what teamwork is. So we'll get out there. But yeah, my dad posted that we'd love to be at Indy, but I'm going to be there no matter what. Flights are already booked.
Wait.
We're going in there. We're doing TV.
All right. Oh wait. James Selig asked, "Do you feel that the sport of drag racing is going way too fast? Are you talking in regards to the speed of its growth?"
No.
Wait, it's just too fast.
We are going
car?
fast, but that can never end. And I've heard so much talk, well, we can slow the blowers down and we can slow the fuel volume down. We can slow the cars down. They still make a lot of noise and people will still show up. But what I remember growing up was the records. You know, it was always something new. It was always something great. And it paid off. Big Daddy Don Garlett setting record after record. Bernstein, Amato, those guys, Eddie Hill. The stuff was awesome, and records need to be there. We can't slow them down. In the drivers that tell you when they hit the gas, they're out of breath and they're lying. They're full of it, because I've done this for a long time. I've never hit the gas and gone, oh my God, I saw the warp speed. I think I saw Star Trek. You know, it's nonsense, man. You're in the car. I feel fine. I've been in fighter planes and been more ready to pass out. Our G's are higher and they're more intense and they're quicker, but I got a lot left in my body. We can definitely go faster, quicker, faster. The speed though, the mile per hour is calculated 66 feet at the finish line only. So you can have a car that runs great ETs, the mile per hour, you know, if they want to slow something down, they can make the tires a little smaller. They can take a little wing off. They could do a lot of things, but one thing is going to be better for one team and worse for the rest of the team. And it's always a constant discussion. So I don't know. Do you think they're going too fast? How many fans, no, you know, I mean, there was a time, and this is a fact. I got in the car, you know, in the 2000s, all the 2000s, up to 2000, probably 7 or 8. Every time I knelt down and said a prayer, I was pretty sure I was going to crash. Cars were different. They were heat treated, thinner metal. They were made of different, and they break in half for no reason. Now, for me, it was a much gutsier time to drive. When you got in the car, it wasn't the speed that scared me. It wasn't the elapsed time that scared me. It was that cars randomly would crash. And you get out and you look at the crew chief and go, hey, man, why'd that crash? And they go, I mean, it shook apart, you know? And we have fixed that. My father was a leader in that. Yep.
Dwight said, read Steve's question.
Steve.
I'm glad I'm here now, because otherwise you just say one question the entire podcast.
And then I saw that Wiggins.
Are you saying, did NHRA marketing assist you in getting a major sponsor? Did you read the story? Yeah. Ashley Sanford. Yeah, I read that story, and it was produced by Alan Johnson's marketing girl, because they're trying to get a deal. I know that NHRA, okay, so my father's bothered by this a little bit too. If, you know, had it been the old days in Winston, Winston wouldn't have let me sit on the sidelines. But I get it. Winston had a different budget. They weren't allowed to spend money on anything but the one sport they picked. Coca-Cola is a big company. They're allowed to spend money on every ad, and, you know, whether it's Mellow Yellow or Full Throttle or Powerade or Coca-Cola, their budgets they're all unique for the job they're doing. So NHRA has, anytime someone comes and says, we're interested, they will go to my dad. They're doing the best they can. You know, we're a bigger budget team. We have 3 semis that go down the road, and it's not just about the car. The car's in one semi, machine shop in another, but there's a hospitality. We entertain 3,000-4,000 people at some races, and our deal's bigger. And we're not looking for someone to just fill one trailer. We need to make sure that it's a big enough company to evolve into someone that needs that hospitality. Here's what we're good at. We're good at building companies. We take a company. Oh, am I supposed to move on? I'm sorry.
Move on.
I get really long.
Good Lord.
I didn't know that we were on a rush.
I don't know that there's a question, but there's Wiggins.
Hey, Wiggins, what's happening, dude? The man.
That's one I actually.
The man, the myth, the legend. I'll read that one. That was cool. You always did good by me, man. I miss you. It was a good track. That Army deal was, 19 years strong, man, and many people serving in our military right now because of that car and those times. So. Yeah, Garlett's electric dragster. Okay, electric dragsters. I have no doubt, period, how fast these things can be stupid fast. Electricity travels incredible rates. You look at those little cars. I've seen the little Army ones they built to replicate my car in the electric. You hit the switch and they're gone. Stupid fast. And I see electric cars on the street, and I do appreciate a car that's electric. However, my cars, they make a lot of noise. I like the sound of 8 cylinders banging. I like the
First thing
burning.
you do when you get a car, tint the windows, put an exhaust on it.
Absolutely. Nice set of, forged line wheels, and we go out there and we kick some butt. It's what we do, and the smell of the fuel and the sound. And, I put my top down in my car all the time so I could hear it more. If it was electric, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people out there that enjoy it. A lot of the big manufacturers are working someone towards it, but man, Summer went too far. She went. The noise is part of the experience.
Right?
I'll start at the bottom. Yes, it's more than half of it, and I'll tell you why. In an electric car, when the cars take off, you would know if the other guy left first. In a fuel car, when the other guy hits the gas, you know. You hear him. Your exact thought is, is that the other car?
Look at the ad that popped up.
Seriously? Viagra ad.
Why is that on Anthony's?
Yeah. Anthony.
All natural and better than Viagra.
Oops.
This is our pop-up ad.
It's not my computer.
Good excuse.
What do we got here? Seattle, hope to see you. I hope to see all you guys too, man. I miss being out there, I mean, I love the people more than anything. I've driven a lot of race cars, I've been down the track many, many times, and tested when there's nobody and driven in front of huge crowds. But I miss the people more than anything. It's a gift to be able to choose your job. And, throughout the year when we're talking, I always thought I would just take my speech and take each part of it and spend the hour on that part of it, and part of it is for kids, choose your job. And, the way to do that is to study, get an A plus in your class. If you get an A plus, you get to choose your job. If you get anything else, the guy who got the A in the class, he gets to choose, and you get what's left. And I think it's important. I wish I could go back, both to high school. I did good in college, but high school, I was a terrible student. And my thought process on that has always been this. I don't know how hard it is. People always say, man, I didn't get a good grade in school. Why? Well, I think it was that important. Well, someday you're going to want to work for me, and you're going to say, look, here's my report card. And I'm going to say, nice C's. And you're going to go, yes, but I'm smart.
How did this spiral?
Oh,
what happened?
I was talking about my fans. And
He's rambling on.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right,
Look,
I'm a
somebody
rambling.
said, hi, Summer, I have a fan.
She just spelled Tony wrong.
Right.
Thank you. Keith said, I always consider you to be an ambassador of drag racing. There's been a lot before me, and there'll be a lot after me. I mean, we spent a lot of time setting records, and look at Torrance out there now. He's doing a great job. Of course, I'm not there to stop him, but we won't talk about that because I tried last year and didn't stop him. He's stout, man. He's got a great car. And I did a radio show at the Racing Nuts yesterday. It was fun, and the whole subject on that was cheating. If you don't get caught, are you cheating? Yes. Yeah, you're cheating. I don't know how else, but it was. And he goes, what? I said, now there's a difference between cheating. Here's cheating. In school, you get a test. If you look at your friend's answers and put them on your paper, that's cheating. In racing, if the rules are written and you go against them because you feel you can to win, that's cheating. If there's a gray area and there's no rule written, that's more difficult because here's how I think that works. If there's an implied situation where the NHRA has said, if you come up with a new thing, you need to supply it to us. We'll decide if it's legal or not. Well, if you supply it to them, they're going to tell every other team, this is a great idea, look, right? So if it's something that fits in the rules and you're allowed to have this angle and this wing and this, and you do it, is it cheat? It'll question that'll go down to the end of time. We will always push the limits. It's what separates a team that ran this good and just a little better. It's innovation. Back in the day, Garlis didn't call it cheating, he called it innovative. I'm innovative. He innovated everything. He put a motor, he went, I don't like this motor in front of me. It just blew my feet off. I'm going to do something different, put it behind me. Now, is that cheating?
What was the question?
I don't know.
Which one were you talking about?
Cheating. They were asking about cheating or something.
Yeah.
I don't think they did. I think I went there.
Yeah.
They said, hi, Summer. I'm like, oh.
Hi, Summer. Oh, by the way, is it cheating if you
Yeah,
don't
the
get caught?
ambassador.
Yeah, from now I'm gonna sit behind the camera and just be like,
Okay. All right. What else we got?
Jasmine is so excited to see you guys. I mean,
Well, hi,
Jasmine,
Jasmine.
hi. Missing you. We'll see you out there. You keep racing your car, and someday you grow up and have to race me, and don't cheat.
I'll probably lose, but you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm kind of a big deal. Not gonna lie.
Unless there's a gray area, then it's just innovation.
Innovation. Good call.
Green gummy bears.
I need
Number
them.
one fan from Reading, Pennsylvania asks if you're missing your green gummy bears.
I'm missing the whole bag of gummy bears. I just didn't eat the red ones. I actually ate the yellow ones more.
I ate the red ones.
Yeah, red to me, like, you know, if I see red, I'm going home unless it's in the other lane than he is, and I'm always happy that way. But
How important is physical conditioning
Oh,
in driving the Top Fuel dragster?
I want to take a slight tangent. First of all, not very important, clearly. Second of all,
Clearly.
what's this? I just made a muscle and little unworkout boy here.
so
Seriously, man.
what was my question?
How would I know?
Forgot it.
Yeah, I should work out more. Maybe we'll remember this stuff.
That's not how
Okay.
memory works.
Your opinion.
I'm not sure.
Your opinion.
Hold on. What was I going to say?
Oh, look, Cammie said burn. I love you, Cammie.
Yeah, in time.
You're great.
Just for men. I'm telling you, you guys, just for men, if you're watching, call me. I'm natural for a sponsorship. This is going to turn gray at some point ish.
Yeah, at some point.
You know, I just keep shaving it short. Look that way.
Right now he's dying gray still.
Just for men. It works.
Yeah.
He's dying at grade
My-
just so he can have just.
My dad said, you got to shave your beard, man. People don't want old drivers. And I said, man, I'm like almost the youngest driver on your team. I thought,
Hold on. We're going to zoom in on his hair.
Oh,
No.
God, no, because then you'll zoom in on me.
That's it.
you can't zoom in.
Yes, I can.
Oh, is that us?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Wait. Check this out. This will help.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's rough, Pa.
Oh.
That's a light, you
You
idiot.
got, you got some grays in there, don't you?
I'm 49 years old. It happens.
No, Dad, you're 32. Don't you remember?
Yeah, and I'm not
I was
born
32
yet.
some time ago.
Not that long ago.
Not that long ago. I can't even remember when I was 32. It was that. Never mind.
I can't remember when you were 32.
Dad.
Seriously, man, did I beat you as a kid? Don't answer that.
Don't answer it on TV.
Anywho, questions.
Please ask a question. I can't
Yeah, ask
see.
a question that's not insulting him or I'll quit. He's not going to like...
I don't mind being insulted.
He insults us back. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always mutual.
Hold on.
But when you guys do, so I'm learning this, and I'm serious about this. When you do a podcast, if we do this weekly, right? What's our chat? You know, what do you guys want? What do you
have
want
a
it to?
topic each time when people ask about it. It
Okay.
can't always be racing.
No, I don't want it to be racing.
Well,
I
somebody
do race
asked,
all-
"What are you doing on your downtime?" Something. He said, "I see
Go
the
find
pictures
that.
you post, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't."
And that's like, okay, that's a difficult thing because I want everyone to know I get up in the morning and I work on racing, right? I don't get up in the morning and go, yay, day off, we're going boating. But that being said, I've been gone for 25 years. I've never been on Lake Travis in the middle of a race season on a boat. I just don't get to do it. I'm on the road all the time. So being off, right now, working on the deals, and there's a lot of great things out there, but working on the right deal, and it takes time. And I'm not going to miss the opportunity to watch these kids grow up a little bit. So as much as everyone goes, man, we need you out of the booth and in the car, I get it. And we'll find it. We'll get back to it. We will be back. We're in the middle of negotiating with a lot of good companies out there. We'll figure out the right deal. It's going to take some time. And I thought we'd had it already. You know, at the beginning of the year, I thought we had something, and doesn't always work out. And you know, you're frustrated at the beginning.
Hold you on a string. For
That's okay. It's what it
miles.
is. You know, you think you have it, but I always believe that the right things happen, and in time, the right company will spend a long time with us, and we'll help them grow.
This Edward Navarro. I'm sorry if I'm.
Hey, Navarro.
What's your most memorable moment in racing besides the run?
Oh, every
Like the
single
one when you
moment
almost died?
leading up to the run. Okay, the run was 4.2 second span of my life. All the pressure of getting to that moment. Man, if everyone in the world can enjoy the pressure like that once, in their life, and completely satisfying, knowing that this is incredibly tough.
I don't know how. This is something that I don't know. I kind of find in myself, which I guess is just passed on from me. But I don't really have much anxiety. I know though that a lot of people do. A lot of people have anxiety.
Good.
And you just
Race against me. I like you people. Be watching that.
Look, do a weekly cooking with Tony and Summer.
Oh goodness, yes.
Summer cooks.
Summer will do
amazing.
most of the work.
Yeah, I mean, I just guide her, being Italian.
Nobody flips
It's like,
an
hey,
omelet
I
like
want
him.
cookies. That's
I'm a flipping machine. I get up in the morning, I get my peppers that I grew
He did.
with my own bare hands.
He and Anthony, they created a garden.
We created. We are
They did.
creators.
Yeah.
You can call yourself you can call yourself a Texan, but until you stop saying bear instead of bear, how do you say
Bear?
it? Sorry, I'm Chicago.
He
too.
says
you can't wear boots
instead
until
of
you grow out
clear,
your
he
accent.
says Claire. He
Claire.
says root bear, and the waitress
Pear.
goes, "What do you want, baby?" And he says root bear, and she goes, "Huh?" And I say, "He wants a root beer," and she goes, "Oh, okay."
She
Every
just,
time.
she just don't get
He wants
English.
a root beer.
Yeah.
She don't get English.
Tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah, me.
You're talking about tacos.
Every day is Taco Tuesday if you try.
We like Whiskey Wednesday. Same thing for batter ass dudes.
Oh yeah, you haven't, he's drinking
Coca-Cola.
on-brand
Coca-Cola. Here's the thing about
It's
Coca-Cola.
What was Pomona on?
And by the way, if you're a Pepsi person, why? Why? Seriously, man. Why would you take something great and make it worse?
I don't think.
Oh,
you're-
no.
You're legally allowed to say Pepsi in your podcast ad. Coca-Cola's
I
not
am.
gonna like that.
I just get
Hey,
Coca-Cola.
I was told never mention a brand unless they're paying you,
Sure.
P
whether
word.
it's bad or good.
Publicity is good publicity.
Actually, I
Have
don't.
you ever had a feud with another driver or team?
Oh, absolutely. Like a punch feud?
It goes along with
On the record, nope.
Glenn, the really good free kind that people send to us in the mail. He said, "What kind of whiskey do you like to drink?"
Ooh. Yeah. We'll send you our address later, and whatever's
You
the
tell
most
us.
expensive at yours. No. I actually like cognac. I'm a cognac guy, but there's some great whiskeys. There's some great bourbons out here. Austin, Texas. If you guys haven't been here, man, this is a great vacation spot. But don't
No,
move.
he
Don't
said
move
vacation. We're full. Don't move.
here. Yeah, don't
here.
move here. Yeah, it's a terrible place to live.
Horrible.
Does Austin sponsor you?
No,
Why'd you just give him a shout out, Dad?
because I love Austin.
Oh my
Dude, I lived in another place for a long, long time,
Another place.
and that one I won't mention.
Yeah.
A
I
lesser
love where I
place.
live. Yeah, I mean, I moved here for a reason. I literally watched an old dude walk across the street in the last place I lived in a snowstorm, and it was barreling down snow, and he had a cane, and he didn't look left or right. And I looked at my family. I said, "Do you see that? He didn't look left or right." And they go, "What do you think?" And I said, "I think he wants to get run over." And that's the truth. But
We insulted.
why do you keep ducking, man?
Because you
Seriously.
went there.
Why don't you go? If you go to the gym,
Wiggins at Trans Am.
We mentioned his shy
We'll do that.
accent, and then he started doing this. He's got a little drawl now.
You know,
Oh,
okay,
I'm
so
faking
let me
it.
tell you, he's lived in Texas for 5 years, and he thinks he is a Texas cowboy.
I am a Texas guy.
Boots, hat, and he feels like he was always meant to live here.
Is that all? Oh no, guns. Boots, hats,
Guns,
and
boot, yeah, guns. Yeah, Texas cowboy.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal.
Seriously, though, there are people around here that like intimidate me a little bit. Like some of your friends when they come around. I won't name names, but as soon as they walk up to me like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "How are you? Y'all good today?
How y'all doing?
I'm good too. You ever seen me shoot a gun?"
Howdy,
Of
partner.
course, when you say that, you're looking up.
Yeah.
I'll just go wash your car?
It's all the steroids they put in the cows.
I don't know what they do, man. I
I
don't
don't
think
have
I'll
an
hear.
I'm doing it
accent.
now.
It's
Just
everybody
answer it.
else that sounds funny.
Hey, will you be visiting Reading this year? Man, see, the thing about that is, there's the thing about that. I want to, and we keep working on Indy. And if somebody and some of the people we're working on says, let's go to Indy, we're ready. We got time. My car is painted black, facing out, loaded up. If they go, let's do this, and we go to Indy, we've had so much great success there. You go and do what you do at that race, people go, let's go a few more races, let's go. You just don't know. So we've been, for a long time, my bags have been packed, and we're ready to go. We'll see. I love Reading, man. I've set a ton of records
Is your
there.
son interested in racing?
Absolutely not. He's scared.
There's another one.
This one is smart and pretty, and the other one is like, oop, squirrel, so probably not.
More my personality.
Yeah. Mike likes going fast, but he has a unibrow, so he's not really fit for a television. He doesn't know how to
I
fuck
fixed
his
his
own
unibrow.
Hey,
I
TV.
you
He fixed
so
it
much-
like a month ago.
He's pretty. He
Suffer.
looks just like Dad.
Uh-huh. And Dad's pretty.
And smart.
That's
and
right.
smart.
This is fun. Hey, we can do this all day. Is there a limit?
Look, do we have a project car? Oh boy, do we.
You know, the problem with this thing is I can't really walk outside without carrying everything. You know what?
No, it was a project car like a couple years ago.
No, it's always a project car.
And now it's a
Project
Hey,
car.
Kara and
the
DJ.
project just keeps.
Hey, there's an
breaking
old
down.
red truck in there that's a project.
Oh yeah, we got another project car. What's
We
that,
got a 55 Studebaker.
55 Studebaker truck.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the 78 Trans Am
Major project.
is awesome. We can do somehow. You know what we'll do? I don't know if we'll do it tomorrow, but one of the podcasts coming up, we'll do it in the garage.
Oh yeah, we should.
I got a lot of them I want to do, man. Okay, Napa just sent me brakes for her truck and my BMW, and we're going to change them. Now, I don't know if you've
5
ever
keys.
seen. You can chalk it up for grab yourself a whiskey or cognac, sit outside.
We have 5 motorcycles.
3 dirt bikes and 2 motorcycles.
Oh, dirt bikes.
Oh, we got some Wisconsin. Anyway, we could go out and we can change the brakes. I want to do this because I've done it years ago, and I'm pretty sure if you all want to get a laugh, watch me and him
Try to fix something.
try to fix something.
Yeah, no,
I'm not good at that. That's not what I do. It's not my thing, you know. I can drive a race car. I'm really good at speeches.
This is how he fixes cars. Hey, Jim, can you come over and help me, please?
My
Thanks,
son
bye.
says, "Is Jim your fixer guy?"
What? No, you
No,
didn't say that.
It was Mike.
Mikey.
No, Mikey
What did I
said,
say?
"Is he the help?" That's
Yeah,
what
Mikey
he said.
says he's a help. I said, "No, he's my friend, but he knows if I grab the tools, I'm going to get hurt probably." And well, we can't just risk that with
That
all
makes
that.
him a good friend.
Hi,
He's a buddy.
strawberry jam guy.
Strawberry jam.
Oh, hey,
Yeah, strawberry jam.
where's
guy.
my strawberry jam? I want some more.
Hi, Shelby.
Strawberry jam.
So how many people
Aw.
figured out that we were all
okay,
screwed
I
up and
just-
got it? Is there a way to tell how many people are on?
Oh,
Because
well,
I'm
yeah,
curious.
61.
There's 61
Good.
people
Okay,
watching us
'cause-
in the
65 a
world.
second ago, but 4 of them decided to leave us.
Why?
I don't know,
Oh,
'cause
you
we
must have
suck.
said something.
Yeah, I must have insulted you, and now everyone's just.
You said he had gray hair and 4
Oh,
people
yeah.
left.
They're like, I have gray hair.
Need address. Ooh.
What are you going to send?
Yeah, what are you gonna send, man?
Hopefully not a bomb.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
are
a
we allowed to
strawberry
make that joke?
jam.
You're opening packages next week.
Oh, like the
No,
Amazon,
I'm not
you
coming
poke
to
it with a
Seattle.
stick?
Yeah.
I'm not coming to Seattle.
First of all, Seattle sucks. I'm kidding.
No,
Seattle doesn't suck.
stop. Seriously, won that race more than anybody, and really enjoy going there. I don't like. I like this. It's a small crowd,
Nobody wins in Seattle
except me.
except you.
I win.
No, I mean just
I don't know.
being in Seattle alone.
Different concept. I've won that race. I think 5 or 7 times.
I think I'm funny.
And
How
do
are
you remember
top
Joe
fuel
Welfare?
drivers
Hey,
paid?
not enough. They're poorly.
Wait, you get paid?
That's actually why I've lived this year like I was racing. You know what?
We can't tell the difference.
Okay, kids,
We should open a
Kids.
Box, yeah?
listen. Find a job you love.
Is he talking to us?
No. Yeah, you guys too. Find a job you love because the money is a bonus. No matter what, whether you make a little or a lot, you know, you go out there and if you're happy with what you do, we're joking and I'll have fun. But if you do what you love and every day you get up, that's what you get to do. Man, life is a beautiful thing.
I'm
It
gonna
just
skip
is.
out on your inspiring speech. I'm gonna go turn on the podcast in a different room so I assume that the sound quality works good and
Yeah, please.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Yeah, people always ask him when he's going to retire, or they ask me, do you want him to retire?
Okay, everybody. Y'all know what I have to do here. He's signing in.
He's going
So
in.
for the next minute, I'm going to be talking, but you're not going to hear me. I got to make him think.
Say,
What?
podcast.
Shoot, stupid delay.
You little.
All right.
We tried.
It works great.
Oh, good. Okay. You did drive a NASCAR.
Oh, yeah,
Tell
I
me
did.
about your NASCAR experience, babe.
Wait.
Here's the problem with
How do
those
I not
things.
know about this?
Here's the problem with those things.
Because you're
Turn one
you're
is an
dad-
issue.
You're too good
No, I was doing fine.
until turn one.
Yeah. Okay, I crashed at turn one. Whatever. Everyone make fun of me.
No, you didn't crash. You just
I got hit.
Who hit you, baby?
Jared Todd.
Jared Todd hit you, baby.
Of course it was JR. That's
No, here's the thing. I did the warm-up lap. I came in and the guy goes, "We got," because we were borrowing cars, and the guy goes, "Man, we got a problem. You got no high gear. Just have fun."
Yeah.
I was having fun. We went around the track, and they go, and they drop the flag. I go into turn
you give them
one.
a hard time all
I
the
go to
time.
turn one, and I go to come down because I'm thinking I'm getting out of the way. I don't have high gear, and Jared Todd's going up because he's got high gear, and I went whoop whoop.
Jared Todd pit maneuvered him.
He pit maneuvered me.
Yep.
Let's hear a good fishing story. I'm sure you have many old and new.
I
Fine.
do. I like to fly fish. My son, my other
Tell
son.
the old one from when you came over on the Mayflower.
Well, that was different because we only had one tank
There
of
were
gas.
mermaids back then.
No, we had one tank of gas. It was a long time. We had a
Did they have gas?
yeah, we had to go slow. It wasn't like it was good. They didn't have Pennzoil either.
I think
so
it was a sail,
it
baby.
was hanging valves and stuff. It wasn't was it well, whatever.
Sweetheart.
Was it the Nina I was on? Oh yeah.
It was
sometime
1772 or
ago.
something.
But my hair wasn't gray then. That's a key point.
Right, it's true. So turns are not your strong point. There you go.
No.
Would
Turning
you drive
left
a
wasn't.
funny car? You have
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So I drove an alcohol funny car, and late at the last, actually, we were down in Denver, and I said, I need to make a few laps in one because there's a couple teams out there that have said, you want to drive my car, and it's a funny car. And the only reason in the world I want to stay in Top Fuel is because of the records, and we got a guy like Torrance, we got a guy like Antron that are nibbling away at those records. I want to keep them going. You go and switch, it kind of
You gotta
changes.
start
funny,
all over again.
funny cars. Well, I don't. They add on, but all of a sudden there's an asterisk, and it's a combination. Like sells you. It was this car and that car, and I just want to stay in. I mean, I want to end my career at the end of the day in a Top Fuel car, but I absolutely have to make some runs in a dragster, funny
Tony,
car.
are they going to put you in the biased casting crew with Pedregon now that you're done racing?
He ain't done racing.
Ain't done.
Well, and I mean, I'm up there all the time, and Tony, he does a really good job
Ooh, you should
now.
pro mod on the side.
Yeah, Pro Mod's great. Tony's got a brother that races, and I understand what you're saying. I was up there, I watched it. I hope if I get to go up there, and a matter of fact, I've talked with the producer, and we sat down. I said, look, here's the thing. You know who was good? Harry Carey. You know who was good? Bob Euchre. John Madden. Because they got up there and they went, blah. This is what, and you go, oh my God, that was a little honest. But you know
He
what?
does a great Harry Carey impression.
I'm not doing it. Because that's how I feel when I'm up there. It's
I
like,
learned mine from you. I've heard Harry Carey's voice maybe twice. I've heard your
What does
impression
he say?
thousands of
If
times.
the moon was made of
hey,
cheese,
you got to start. The
What's your
moon was
favorite
made of
planet?
cheese.
Mine's the sun.
Mine's the sun. Hey, triple play. Yeah, it was a great job. In a race, here, I watch because I'm off right now. Normally, I'm at the racetrack and I'm in the car and I go, I don't know how the TV show went, but now that I'm watching it, I've learned this. 3 seconds.
You learned something. Oh my
3 seconds. Yeah, I've learned this. And we're out
Now
of time.
that I've been my father's son for about 17 years, I've learned.
Wait, what was I saying? No. Okay. The race is 3 seconds. They don't have to say the burnout and they're backing up. We know that. And it's going to happen every time. Boogity-boog. Every time.
Boogity-boog.
Boogity-boog. Every time. He's going to do the burnout and he's going to back up. Don't need to say that. Talk about them, other people, things you like, things you don't like. And it makes, we're not NASCAR. We're trying. We're not. We got a second biggest motorsport out there. I get it, but we're careful. We got to say everything, and I think it has to be said. You want to see a fun show? Let me just say what's happening, and you might like it. You might not like it. There's a good chance I'll get in a fight at the end of the thing because someone's going to go up and go, you know what? You said I didn't drive the car right. Well, I watched, and you didn't, and that's the way it goes. Like, here's the thing about a race car. They don't go straight. We keep them straight. And if you can't do it, and remember, John Madden's the best. Oh man, if he would have done X and well, guess
he
what?
had gone
Here,
faster, he
you
would've got
can't
there
run
quicker.
an S race in a straight drag race. If you do that.
Here's
Go
a
ahead.
good question. Sorry,
Yep.
this was forever
Sandy
ago.
asked a question.
Why do you think attendance is going down at the races? Is it due to rule changes or cost or what?
No, probably because I'm not there.
I think it's because I'm not there.
Could be
Quite
her.
honestly, I've done research because I care about my father's well-being. The what do you call them? The ratings are higher than they've been in a long time, which I think is attributed to largely the network and the promotion that NHRA has gotten from the network. That being said, attendance at the races themselves, what would you?
Well, I think two things. We adults need to bring our kids out, right? I did a deal the other day on Fox, and it was cut, and I was mad. I said, you know what? I walked around the pits, and I said, I was getting mauled in the pits, people everywhere, and I said, I don't know what we're saying or watching, but look at the amount of people. Now, every dad, every mom should bring their kids out to a drag race because this is real, right? There wasn't a kid walking around staring at their phone. They weren't doing it. They weren't off limit. You know, they weren't in another world. That you see our kids walking around with their phones, and sometimes parents too. Drag racing is a great live sport, and I don't know that they're done. I watched Sonoma, and the stands are huge, and there's a lot of people there.
Denver was pretty packed.
Denver was packed. It's a little smaller stadium, but a beautiful race. You can't walk you can't go from point A to point B without walking, but you know, there's people everywhere. So everyone wants to say, oh my God, we should, you know, why don't you just watch, what's a drag thing on TV where, you know, you're running on the streets. That ain't real. You know, like it's good racing. I like what they're doing. It's a good TV show, but the roads are blocked off. And in NHRA, we are divided between a lot of the legal, what we're doing at the drag strip and the street race and street outlaws and that kind of stuff. We need to get all the people back to drag race. And guess what? You're allowed to go back over there too. You're allowed to like them both. It seems that we've got this split divide between, you know, people that run the top fuel, the pros, and you got everyone beat on each other. You know, pro stock, top fuel's easy. You just go straight. You know, top fuel, pro stock's easy. You're going 3 miles per hour. We're just ripping on them all the time. We're back and forth. Well, guess what? It ain't helping nobody. We need people coming out because it's how we make our living. We need the kids to come out and enjoy it.
Do you like Norwalk? Is it one of your favorite tracks?
Well, I love Norwalk because Kalahari, we go in the water park, and these kids have been going there since I had to watch them so they wouldn't drown in there. You know, I mean, little toddlers running around that place. Now they're big, but what a fun place. That and in places like Epping, New Hampshire, grassroots. You go there, you remember every day when you're pulling in what it was like to run Super Comp and Super Street and all those classes that are just chill, just fun, man, just like regular old Joe stuff, you know. And that's what, and people in Super Comp, you know, they come up and they'll be like, dude, what's it like? What's it like? When I win and when you win, it's the same. If you're a junior dragster racer and your win light comes on, and I'm a top field driver, my win light comes on, it is no more gratifying for me. I get a camera in my face and some other stuff happening, but the win light's a win light. So those small tracks remind you what it was like to just be enjoying it, and it wasn't about the money and the fame and the people and the sponsors. It was just about driving a race car.
You like Virginia?
That track disappeared for a long time because this is truth. We wouldn't go back there because it was so bumpy. And when that dude bought it last year, he fixed it so smooth that when we would roll through the burnout, it would spin the tires on the concrete. It was that smooth. Incredibly crazy track.
Rhonda,
awesome.
Look, Keegan he wants to know the fastest you've ever gone.
Well, I went 337 point something.
So,
but I went like 700.
Little mini Tony, the earbud, is going to have to go pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the other side of it's him.
It's Mini Keegan and Tony Jr., I think. I can't
That's
remember.
one cool little cat right there.
Yeah.
Tony
Keegan
Jr.
is cool, yeah. That's Tony's BFF in Denver. Keegan. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've never been to the Denver race.
See, there is absolutely no way a person can appreciate the NHRA
While
going
you're in that, I just want to remind y'all real quick, if you want to watch the podcast every time it's on, subscribe. There should be a little button if you're watching this on mobile or whatever. Big red subscribe button, press that, and then there's a little bell next to it. So if you want a notification when we're going live.
So you know not to watch.
You can plan 2 hours ahead.
You can, specifically avoid it. Okay, during this part of time,
I think I'm going to go wash my hair. It's fine.
Water in the garden. I don't know, something.
Someone just posted something about Top Fuel. You got to experience it live. Man, it is the most beautiful sport. And you can watch it on TV, and it seems you go, wow, they look fast, but they put them in slow-mo. I mean, you take the fastest sport in the world and go, let people watch. Let's slow it down into ultra slow-mo. And you go, shoot, they look like they're going straight.
But everybody, until you feel it, you don't get it.
Oh, it's so crazy.
You got to feel it. You can't explain it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It tickles.
You can't explain it.
Yeah, how is it being inside the car?
Fine.
Is this something I could say live?
I don't know.
Is that why? Is that
Correct question, seeing that we're paused here.
I guess we'll find out if we get booted off.
Yeah, I guess. No, I just mean in terms of like sponsorships and stuff. Maybe that's why there's an increasing
Coca-Cola.
an increasing number of women drivers in the most recent years.
But there's also how many women fans are there? Is it
Good
all
question.
women that crowd
Good
the
question.
starting line?
All right.
If you want to save yourself a trip to the men's strip club, you can come to the races. Plus, you get fatter with the food.
I think your mom's
Next.
watching this.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, Mom. Hi.
Sorry, Mom.
We're going to church.
Oh yeah, we missed church today. Isn't that
It
funny?
says here, you're grounded.
Yeah.
Shoot. He had a look.
I'm grounded
saying
again.
that's
Oh no,
wrong.
it's him this time.
Nothing like an Adrian person. For a couple of reasons. The cars are the fastest things in the world, right? Nothing moves as quick. I traveled, I think it was in Houston. I flew in. I live in
Shut up,
Illinois.
Anthony.
I flew into Houston. Guy was in his astronaut suit, and we started talking.
Because astronauts.
Yeah, he wasn't like in the freaking, not that thing, but just
I love
like
you because
an
you're
orange
so
suit.
smart.
Yeah, he had an orange suit, had a little whatever, and he's like, and we started talking about what we did. I go, hey, you look like you from
Hey,
Houston
you
and
want that
whatever, and he said,
No,
look,
wait, which one? Hey, take the label off.
and he said, look,
Coca-Cola's
I'm training to be an astronaut, and we started talking about what we did,
That's yours.
and that
Please
guy
don't spill that.
literally said to me when we were done talking, he goes, I can't believe how fast you accelerate. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard of. To have an astronaut, I said, now, what would have been better was to bring him. I'll tell you another good story.
Oh God.
My stories are good. Regan Smith, a buddy of mine, drives NASCAR, drove the Army car for a little while. When the Army deal went away for them, he called me and said, hey, you got a backup car, maybe I could drive it. I said, you ever been to a drag race? He goes, no, but you're just going straight. So, Indianapolis, Tony Stewart was there, and Regan comes, and I put him in the middle of the two cars, hit the gas one time, put him right between the two, made the run, come back, ran a great run and come back, and I said, well, what do you think? And he said, I would rather be unemployed for 10 years. So, for those of you who have never, and most people don't, have the opportunity to stand between two of the cars when they leave, up in the stands, amazing. On TV, decent. Between two cars, abusive. In the car, pretty calm. And it's smooth and doing its job. What makes it bad, if you're in the four wide, what I always point out is there's a driver that leaves first. And you make several runs. So sometimes you're the guy that leaves first. Sometimes you're the guy that leaves last. And 11,000 horsepower next to you is loud.
It works.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I'm watching
it works.
myself. Hey, do I look fat in that thing?
Totally do.
It's the shirt,
I
baby.
should have got a different
Tell
shirt.
us in the
It's
comments.
the shirt.
I'm seeing abs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's the shirt.
Hey, you got
5'11" shirts fit me better. Just saying.
43 subscribers.
Call me, guys.
Oh my
43 subscribers.
goodness. Yeah, look at that.
What else we got? So it's been like 20 minutes yet?
Far more.
Yeah, whatever.
Can you deep stage a top fuel
58
car
minutes.
like a funny car? There's your
Yes.
question.
All right, it's a great question. I'm going to explain this, and we're going to do,
Dwayne says, "Are you cold,
Let me
Tony?"
explain what I just.
not anymore.
A message from our
Isn't that the question?
advertiser.
The sign.
That was good.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, deep staging.
This is what I live with.
We've been
just so y'all
we've
know.
been watching, Force Cruise. Cruise is really good at it too.
Are you cold, Tony?
No, these are huge packs.
Here, I'm gonna get you a different shirt just so you.
You want me to take it off now?
I'll get you a bag.
What the heck are you talking about? I've been working out all day and stuff. It's fine. Jesus.
Wait,
Anyway,
which
listen.
way? Is it Jim that way?
Is it Jim that way? Anyway, when you stage a car, there's 7 inches between pre-stage and stage. The further you roll forward, for those of you who don't know, and most of you probably do, the closer you are to the finish line. The quicker you, shut up.
Are you cold? Is that a comment on your nipple?
Yes. Yes.
No, it's because I'm not sweating probably. Yeah, stupid.
It's because it's almost August in Texas. Of course he's cold.
Wait, why
I'm
aren't
trying
you?
to find the dog
We just.
Okay,
because I have on undergarments. Jeez.
so anyway. further you roll forward, the shorter it is to the finish line. The reaction time starts. Not when you hit the gas, not when you go, oh my God, I saw yellow, not when you push the pedal down. It starts when the car not moves, but rolls completely out of the second beam. So the further you roll forward, but you give up lane choice. You don't give up lane choice. You potentially give up lane choice. Every inch you roll forward is about 100th of a second. So if I'm going to run a 374 and I roll in 1 inch, I'm going to run a 375. No, whoever I'm running next, if they go up and I can watch them, and before me they go out and smoke the tires, and they win. Like Antron, well, may have done today at some point. Sorry.
Hey.
Maybe a couple weeks ago. Anyway, so he goes out and does that, and you go, okay, I'm going to run him next round, right? He's my next guy. I don't have to go as thin. I got to relax, go in and stage. If I'm running a Coletta car, and me and Coletta both ran 3704, and we know it's going to be an incredibly close race. I want to shorten the track up, and I will roll in. Can we? Yes. The right tires offset 2 inches. We're allowed, that's the law. We're allowed that much. The more we are allowed to roll, the longer it takes for that thing to travel out, more speed is built, and we leave the starting line at a higher rate of acceleration. That's why they do it. I know it's complicated. I will do a podcast for the junior dragster racers and guys that run sport, whatever, that have interest. I'll do this another time, and I'll do it with some paper and a chart.
Right.
That's awesome.
Look at him go. Wait, show off his underbite. Check this out.
This guy's so spoiled.
No.
Do you like the stage first or last, or does it depend on who you're racing? James, man, that's a really good question. I stage different than most people. I priest it. You can kind of see him.
Show him your underbite, buddy.
Look at his tusks. That's crazy.
Hey, look, Anthony, you almost look like you got a muscle
That
on
is
there.
Tony's best friend. He lets him sleep with him at night.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't. Hey,
Yes,
buddy,
he
how you doing?
does.
Anyway, staging first or staging last. The key isn't to make that choice. The key is to kind of know what they like and don't do it. My job is not, okay, quarterbacks, football. You know, we talked about this on TV last week. A quarterback had, you know, people were ripping on John. He goes in deep, he did blah, blah, blah. Okay, wait a minute. We're allowed to, right? We can go in shallow, we can go in deep, we can go in first, we can go in last. We have 7 seconds to decide when we're going to go in. After that, we get a red light. There are laws, there are rules. If I went up to my guy before and said, here's the deal, I'm going to stage quick and first. That would be like John Elway walking up and going, here's the thing, I'm going to roll to the right and throw to that guy. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I can roll to the right and throw to the left. Hey, I can roll to the right and throw right. Oh, wait a minute. I can roll left and throw right. Or,
Am I the only one that tuned him out like a couple minutes ago?
anyway. Sorry.
I'm sorry, these are race fans. I shouldn't.
I mean, the point is, you know, I'm not gonna tell them what I'm gonna do. I can go in first. I can go in last. What do I like? I like to, once we're both pre-staged, I like to start the stage. And if he goes in, so be it. And if I beat him in, so be it. But I'm already in the process. So if you're a race car, if you're a super comp or a sportsman racer, and you're trying to figure out what your mojo is gonna be, here's my thought. Once you're both pre-staged, start the process. Because some people want to go in first, let them. But start moving so that once they do, you know, super comp, you got to run 890 every time. So if you roll in 1 extra inch, you're going to run an 891. You can't run the number. You shorten the track up, and your light's going to be too quick. So there's a process to doing it. Understand how the game is played and play it well. What?
I think we're going to wrap up the podcast for tonight. We'll be on, like we said, again tomorrow. Same time? What time?
No, I think 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Just,
7.
you know, I think 7 o'clock will be better. We'll get a little more light, and
Yep.
we'll have this figured out by then. Are we getting long?
Yeah, right.
Man, I could do this all day long. I don't even
Yes.
care. What are we at?
How long have we been here?
We're at 64 minutes.
Oh my God.
But send me a text. Send me a post. Is
God,
this
please
normal?
don't send him a text.
Don't text
He gets
me.
enough text.
No text. No text. Yeah.
65.
If you do, send it to my other number. My
Yeah.
the
Send
one,
it to his burner.
It's burner. Yeah, it's a Tiger Woods phone.
All right. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Have fun, guys.
See ya.
Peace.
How do I end it?
I don't know. You don't know how to start it.
I didn't know how to. Yes.
Maybe you just click out of it.
Cheese.
Huh. Oh yeah, I'll probably end it over here.
Thomas.
I'm not sure about that.